Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about measures of center. Okay, so when you think about measurement, I want you to think about how do we see how big it is, how long it is, things like that. And center is talking about the middle of something. Okay, so I actually want you to turn your paper sideways like this, and we're going to make a big table. So draw a big box across the whole page. Oop, messed up. And in the first column, just make it about 3 lines worth. We're going to split this in two because we're going to be talking about two measures of center. The first one's going to be the mean, and the second one is the median. So the mean, we're going to label this the what. That is our average. Okay. There's also sum of the numbers divided by total numbers. And we'll get into that in just a minute. The median, think of it as a D. This is the middle number. Middle has a D, median has a D. That's one way to remember. So mean is the average, median is the middle number. Now, let's talk about how do we find this. Okay, so let's say that we have a list of numbers. I'm going to write them above the how. Let's just go with 7, 12, 15, 4, and 8. Those aren't in order. We don't need them to be in order. But to find the mean or the average, we're going to add all the numbers up. So sum of the numbers. Sum means to add. And we're going to divide by the total numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So we're going to start off by saying 7 plus 12 plus 15 plus 4 plus 8. We're going to divide that by 5. Now, if I take 7 and I add 12, I get 19. 19 plus 15 is 34. Plus 4 is 38. Plus 8 is 46. So if we take 46 and we divide it by 5, it's okay to get a decimal on these. It means our mean is 9.2. And we'll get into what that means in the next set of notes, but today I just want you to learn how to calculate it. The middle number, we need to order these and then find the middle number. So think of this as like brothers and sisters. If you're the middle kid, then you weren't born first or last, but in between the two. So we need to order these numbers up here from either least to greatest or greatest to least. Now, I vote least to greatest because that's the way number lines usually work. So our smallest number is 4, and then 7, and then 8, 12, and 15. Sometimes I like to cross them off as I go, so that way I know I've used all of them. We have 5 numbers up here. I should have 5 numbers down here. Now we're going to work towards the middle. So if I take 1 off of each end, so the 4 and the 15 disappear. I'm going to cross off both of those. And then I take another 1 off of each end, the 7 and the 12. I'm left with my median as 8. Now, sometimes you're going to end up with 2 numbers in the middle. If you have 2 numbers in the middle, take the average. Okay. So let's say we have, maybe instead of this 15, we just had 4, 7, 8, and 12. So we have 2 numbers that are going to be left over. To take the average, we would add them together and divide by 2. Just like we did here. We sum the 2 and then divide by the 2 that we're adding. So we get 15 over 2, which is 7.5. So this would be for if there's an odd number of numbers. 5 is an odd number because it cannot easily divide by 2. If there's an even number, then there's going to be 2 medians. But we only need one number, so let's add them up and divide by 2 to find the other median. Now this last column, when, we're going to leave blank until tomorrow when we learn about distributions, whether they're skewed left or skewed right.